Who going?
No, you.
Hey guys, no. In this video, we're going to show you guys how we were able to keep our U.S. phone number while living in Panama. And guess what? It's not really hard as you think. So
No, actually, when we were preparing for the move, we were not. I didn't want to lose my number. Like I didn't want to. I had the same phone number
since
I
high
was
school.
a kid, right? Like it's the first phone number I ever got, and I haven't changed that number yet.
Yeah,
you know, some people I know we've had like 10 different phone numbers, but I just can't do it. I wanted to keep it. So one of the one for the plug, one for the
burner phones.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so, some of y'all got a lot of numbers, but no. So we've got this question a lot. Like, what do we do for service and everything? And there's a couple of things. One thing we wanted to make sure is that we had service when we landed. Mm-hmm. And that we could keep our same phone number. So initially we were thinking, like, okay, how do we accomplish that? We looked at we had AT&T, and we looked at, well, what would it cost to just have an international plan? And man, it just was too expensive. Like I said, I ain't gonna go over there and spend double for my cell phone plan and everything. So while that wasn't an option, it just was too expensive. So we wanted to find different ways. So our first step was actually exploring global plans. So we actually signed up with a service called Holofly. And while it worked. It worked for the purpose of having service when we landed. Because one thing you have to know is that with Panama, you can't really purchase the eSIMs online. Mm-hmm. You can't purchase an eSIM and get a local telephone number remotely from any of the providers in Panama. And if you go to an airport or you go to like a convenience store, they're going to sell physical SIMs. So if you have a phone like an iPhone or anything that's more updated, then you're not going to be able to just walk into the store, grab one of those physical SIMs, and then put it into your phone. So that was kind of like a big challenge at first, was figuring it out. So the first step was, one, figuring out a global plan. And we thought we were going to stick with Holofly, but we actually ended up not doing that.
But I want you to explain the difference between the data plan and just having the phone number, the voice, where you can actually pick up and call. Because those are separate. So that's why we use Holofly.
Yeah, so what it comes down to is this. So we've talked about it in some of the comments and other things, but what you do is you port your phone number. Now, in order to port your phone number, and that's using Google Voice. So porting a phone number means you're transferring that phone number from one provider to another. So it's no different than if you had, let's say, T-Mobile, and you decided now you're going to go to Verizon, mm-hmm. and you want to take your number with you. You got to go and get that code that allows them to port the number from that service to the other provider. So it's the same thing. One of the things that's really key is that you have to make sure your phone is paid off, because you have to unlock the SIM. So most of us, if you got a phone through a plan or a service provider and you are paying monthly on that, well, you have to pay that phone off before they allow you to move that number around.
Yes.
Because essentially, once you port the number from that service, that's pretty much canceling the service. Like that's pretty much removes that service. But you can't remove the service
unless the phone is
paid off. So for us, we did have installment plans on our phones, so we had to pay off the phones first, and they were able to put in a request to AT&T and then have those phones unlocked,
mm-hmm. and ported over to Google Voice.
Yep. So let's bring that back. I'm gonna slow it down for you.
Yeah, you got to
unlock the phone first
step.
Make sure the phone is paid off with your service provider. After that, generally, if you have an iPhone, it automatically happens, but sometimes they can take their time with it. So I recommend that you then reach out to the provider after the phone is paid off. Mm-hmm. You say, hey, I want to put in a request to unlock my phone.
Yep.
So once you unlock the phone, then you have the ability to move that number wherever you want. So for us, we want to be able to own our number, because once you own it, it doesn't matter, even if you go back to the States
or
any
another
provider
country.
Or another country, you can keep that number no matter what.
Yes.
So as you may know too, WhatsApp is a big thing in other countries too. And if a lot of people, you may have heard of Google Voice. So Google Voice was the provider that we decided to port our numbers from AT&T into. And that process, I'm actually going to show you a screen share. I'll show you how to actually do that process. But it costs about $20 for you to port that number from your service provider to Google Voice. And at that point, you own that number.
Yep.
And with Google Voice, it's like a voice over IP. So think about like voice over internet type of provider.
Like FaceTime, but
yeah. So you only need data. Like you just need data to use that. Now, originally we were trying to figure out, well, how do we just make sure we have data? We want to be able to use this same phone number here in Panama, anywhere in the world. So we initially looked at global plans, and that's where Holofly came into it. But the thing is, with a lot of these global eSIMs, most of them don't have voice included. A lot of them are just data, right?
Yep.
Just was data. And to be honest, it wasn't the Holofly service. The internet wasn't as fast as I would have liked.
It was slow.
We did land in Panama with it, and it was beneficial from the perspective of like, all right, when I landed, I had some service, and I didn't have to worry about roaming charges and all those things. We canceled our service like literally the same day we were getting on a plane. We canceled AT&T, and we already had the Holofly on there.
Yep.
For about $20 or so, you can get that plan, and that'll at least get you here where you landed. Because, like I said, you can't get the Panamanian service from back in the U.S. You gotta wait till you're here, and you might as well skip the thinking you're gonna get it at the airport unless you can get a physical SIM in your phone. You got an old phone.
Something I want them to know though is that we made sure we ported our number over a few days before we came here, like requested it, because it did take like 2 days.
Yes, it's up to 48
hours. So you can't wait until you like, oh, I'm gonna get here and then I'm gonna port it, because you'll come here with no service. You got to do it at least 2 or 3 days before. So purchase whatever your data plan provider is gonna be before you come over here, so your number can be ported and you have no issues.
Yeah. Now that becomes like the timing becomes really challenging, because if you do that, it can take up to 48 hours, but it could also be sooner.
Yeah.
And the issue with that is then like your service then cancels, right? And then you're still in the U.S. and maybe you're waiting to get to the airport, like on the plane, and you're waiting for you don't have any data, you don't have anything, and you're hoping for Wi-Fi, you're depending on Wi-Fi. That is something you have to kind of consider, and that's why we went with the global plan initially.
Yeah.
It crossed us over until we got here and then got to an eSIM. We just wanted service immediately. So that's my tip. While Holofly wasn't a good, I would say, permanent, like fast 5G, it was regular like 4G LTE type signal.
It gets you over here.
It got us here. It made it where we had in it, because our phone was ported before we got on the plane. So that means we would have lost service right then. But we were able to use that dual SIM. So a lot of new phones have a dual eSIM. And I know I'm trying to explain this in the least technical way I can.
Just show you on the screen share.
I'm going to show you a little bit more, but there's a dual eSIM in most new phones, which means you can carry 2 SIM cards at the same time.
No physical one.
No physical one, but 2 electronic SIMs. So once you have that, once you get here, that's what I recommend. I don't believe that Holofly is good for permanent, but I think you want to look at places like Mass Mobile or Tigo, which are like the most common ones here. We went with Mass Mobile, and we went with the 5G, like a prepaid plan as well. So the prepaid plans, they got like 7 days, 3 day, 1 day, 5 day, 15, and 30. We went with the 7-day renewable one, where every 7 days you paid like $7, and that was the only one that had like a 5G. Right. So
let's see if I can show them that. But keep on, that had 5G.
Yeah, so that had 5G on it, and maybe we'll add that to the screen share as well, to show you what some of the plans look like. Because once you get the eSIM, then you download the app. You can restore, you can recharge the plan from the app on your phone, and it also gives you reminders. So think back like how it was back in the day. You had a prepaid phone, right? You had to put your minutes back on it. Except for this one is like, you get a 5G plan that's unlimited minutes, unlimited text. Same thing, but this difference was that we got 5G with it, and it comes with the hotspot.
Right.
So that was beneficial for us. And then once you go into, so you have to go into a physical location, and that gives you a local Panamanian phone number. So then we got our local Panamanian phone numbers. The numbers are on the eSIM paper you get, and that activated. Now, with the first activation is like 7 plus 3, like $3 activation. But after that, it's your number, and you keep on recharging it, and it's yours. And then you can then add that SIM card, that eSIM activated, and it gives you like a card with all the instructions. It took like minutes. But what that enabled, and I'm bringing that around because that gave us the data that we needed to be able to still use our phone number. So now on our one phone, we use our Panamanian number and our US phone number all on one phone. So if someone calls that my 904 or whatever number, my number from back home, I get that rings through Google Voice, or it rings through WhatsApp, depending on the person calling. But that number is now ours. And then if they call through our Panamanian number, which we have for stuff that is here, like some stuff requires you to have a local Panamanian number. Although generally most of them will still message you through WhatsApp. but there are some services that require like bank accounts and things like that may require you to have a local number, and that helps with that.
And for those of you who are concerned by getting like those text messages to prove, what is it?
Like the two-factor authentication.
The two-factor authentications, you get those through the Google Voice text messaging. So you're not missing out on nothing. We get them all the time.
Yeah, I haven't had any issue.
Verify banks, verify if we're logging into a health app. You get those through the Google Voice text.
Yes, all those 6 digits. Because we've had people asking too, like, well, how do you make sure you're getting that two-factor authentication? And they're keeping their plans from the U.S. Because they were worried about that. And it ain't tricking if you got it, right? If you want to pay for that plan, international plan, you can keep it. You can keep the international plan back home, and you can pay the additional cost for it. And then you can also just decide to then add a prepaid eSIM to your phone, and you can run your international plan back home as one of your SIM. As I said, a lot of new phones have a dual SIM, so you can run that international one, and then you can also have the Panamanian one all on one phone again. So there's more than one way to kind of approach this. We decided to go this route because we didn't want to continue to pay for the service back home. And really, if we want, it's our number now. So we own the number. So if we ever move back to the U.S., we just start service again. And they'll probably provide us some kind of promotion for new customers, right? So we'll just do that, and we'll have the number reported over, and we can continue to do that same process over and over again. So if you want to kind of keep your number, and you want to know that process, kind of stick through here to the end, because I'm going to show you what that porting process looks like. And I'm also going to kind of show you like what some of the plans are that you will see prepaid plans for Mass Mobile, which we went with. Any questions that I missed, make sure you add them at the bottom, and we'll cover those too.
Let's see if y'all can see this. This is how the interface of Google Voice looks, right? So those of you who are concerned about like getting authentication codes, this is one that was sent to me March. It sent me the code, and that's really any app: Zelle, Navy Federal, Ally, my bank. So I'm not missing any of those codes. I'm getting all of those different things. And if you look at the bottom, that's what we make the calls through Google Voice across my Wi-Fi here in the apartment. All my contacts are here, my text message are here, and people can leave me voice messages. So people from the States who call, who don't have WhatsApp, businesses, medical offices, they'll call me and they can leave me a voicemail here, or they can send me a text message. So pretty good to have.
Yeah, and then one last thing I'll add here at the end too is that, like, if you have an iPhone, I was specifically on iPhone. I can't speak on Android. I ain't had that in a while, but iMessage still works over internet. FaceTime works on Wi-Fi and internet. So even then, your like iMessage isn't considered an application, and you can still use your iCloud email address, to FaceTime people back home. They all have it. Just switch it over in the settings. So there's a lot of options for you to still stay connected. I wouldn't be concerned with it. You can, like I said, you can keep your international plan if you want to pay for it, but you can also get rid of it. So go ahead, we're gonna go get to that. As promised, we are now here ready to screen share this and show you all how to port your Google Voice number, and also show you some of the different prepaid service plans that you can get while you're in Panama. So what I did here, you see on my screen, is the instructions for Google Voice on how to port your number. You can literally just Google this, and you can say like how to port your Google Voice number. But we'll also make sure we share that link here in the bottom for you all to get a reference. But you'll see in here, it shows you all the different, I guess, just follow along with this. You look at these things here. Again, it just costs $20. It's a one-time fees, not a monthly fee. And you don't cancel your phone plan until Google Voice notifies you that it's complete. So once it is complete, that will basically effectively report to your service provider, hey, this number has been moved, and they just canceled the service. So we didn't have to let our service provider know that we were canceling the service. Once we moved the phone number, that was it. All right. So just kind of show you all in here, and I'll put this in the link. But I want to go ahead and show you what these instructions are pretty much saying. So you're going to open up Google Voice. And if you don't have a Google Voice account already, what it's going to do is it's going to ask you to create a phone number, a Google Voice number. And you can just create that number just to kind of skip past that step. And it's going to ask you to verify your identity as well, just to kind of make sure that you're, I guess, not spam or AI, I suppose. So let me just take you over here. Anything you want to add there?
No, you got it. Just
All right.
You're just so smart.
Oh, thank you very much. I
And
appreciate that. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Now listen, here you'll see we're in Google Voice. Now, this is my wife, so you already say hi, Clarissa. She got a bunch of unread messages. I am a zero inbox person. So this here gives me anxiety. But what you're going to do is you come up to the top where you can see your picture and you see the settings gear. You're going to click that settings gear. And then when you get in here, you're going to scroll down to where it says port your number to Google Voice. You'll click on port a number.
Yep.
And it's going to walk you through. So it shows you the cost for putting your number is a one-time fee of $20 paid through Google Pay. So Google Pay meaning you just add your card, your payment method to Google Play, no different than like an Apple Pay or anything else, and you're going to pay that $20. It tells you again here too, don't do this unless you know that your phone service plan is going to be terminated. So if you're keeping an international plan, this process is not for you. This is if you want to forego your U.S. plan or keep your U.S. phone number. If you don't care about keeping your U.S. phone number, you can cancel the plan and you just create a brand new Google Voice number. So there's more than one ways, but this is what this is for. So you can use your porting numbers to replace the current number. And you click on Get Started. You'll enter the phone number that you want to put in there. So we'll just I'll put like a number from Tampa, 777-7777. I don't know if it's going to let me, but what happens is you click this thing where it says send a code, and it's not going to let me do it at this exact time because that's not a real phone number. So you'll send the code, and once it sends you that code, you just follow the instructions all the way through. So I'm going to take you back over here. It's very straightforward. It's just that simple. You're going to put it in there. Now, what will happen is you'll have to make sure that you get a special code from your provider. So for AT&T, for example, you get to push like star some kind of number, and then they will call and it tells you this is your number that you can provide to your Google Voice. It's a special code that allows you to actually, it proves that you can port the number that is unlocked. So then once you do that, you'll go through the whole process and you'll be able to track that process here. As you can see here, you can click back in there, you'll be able to look at the settings and you can click on track your progress and they'll just tell you along the way. Now, one thing I want to show you again too is the plans. So this is who we went with. We went with Mouse Mobile. I translated the website in English already. And if you want to see some of the different plans, you have options. You have prepaid plans, and you also have postpaid plans, which are basically contracts. Yep. So we went with the prepaid plan. Yep. You know, and my wife can tell you why we didn't want a contract, right?
You want a contract.
Yeah. So let me just show you what it looked like. So you'll click on mobile. You come under here to prepaid, and you gotta look at the prepaid packages. Come down here. All these are unlimited plans. So prepaid data with mobile packages. So you have a few options. You do 1 day. We didn't do that. They got 3 day, 5 day. They got 7 days. They got 7 days with different versions. So they have an unlimited LTE one for 7 days with unlimited minutes, 25 minutes to another operator, and then 3 gigabytes. Data to share is basically a hotspot. We went with this one here, the 7 days. It came with the 5G, unlimited minutes, mobile. Also includes minutes to international destinations, as you can see, like USA as well. So you can call USA there. But you also have options too for like 10 days. Now we went with this one because this is the only 5G plan. And so the speed of the internet was very important to us. So that was our plan.
And that's for data. So data meaning your GPS, your Uber Eats, anything that you use to get on the internet for it. That is data, which is separate from the Google Voice.
Yeah, so this is going to provide you with your local Panamanian phone number.
Yes.
You sign up for this, but again, like I said, you can't select it here. You can't select on this page. So it's not going to work, right? So you see that. You have to actually go in person to get the eSIM, which we talked about earlier. And then once you've done that, you'll then be able to create an account. You can log in, and you can then start to select your stuff here, and you can re-add to your balance. You can add. What we do is we add, $50 to the balance or recover like the full month amount. That way each week when it's on a recharge, it just automatically pulls from that balance.
Yep.
So yeah, hopefully this was helpful for you all. If we missed anything or you need clarification on anything at all, let us know.